Hello and welcome to another live Wraggys Taproom. I was going to do some gardening, but the weather, it's raining, so you can't fight the rain. We haven't done it for so long, so needed to have a beer, come down the old shed, and at the old Wraggys Taproom, obviously, and have some leffe. So good friend of mine yesterday gave me 15 bottles of this Leffy Ruby. So 5%. Let's get cracking, eh? Why not? So Mother likes beer reviews is in London. I'm in Nottingham. Brew LDN and Scott and Wanderer down there tomorrow as well. So and I would have thought Rasco and Disco will be there. Obviously Simon from Real Ale Craft Beer in attendance as well. Doesn't really say anything about this Ruby. Well, not in a language I can understand, at least. Brewed in the UK by AB InBev, 5%. So, plenty of carbonation on the fella. And look at that head. Look at the carbonation there. Oof. So, bit of a chit chat, see if anybody's about on a Friday night. Fantastic fruity aroma on this. I have had bought at some stage. I'm not sure if this is the fruity version, so it's been a while anyway. So cheers all. Oh yeah, it is tasting fruity. Put that on live chat. There we go. So Friday night. The weekend's here. As doing a bit of boozing this weekend. No new there. They're always boozing. But the odd booze anyway. Tomorrow in sunny Sherwood, and then Sunday in Nottingham City Centre. There's some good beers out this weekend. Good evening, John. There's a Pentridge, their 6th or 7th birthday. I can't remember which one it is. It's a takeover at the Cock and Hoop in the Lace Market. So definitely go into that. What else is on? There's a new Navigation Brewery beer, Black Forest Imperial Stout that's out at the moment. There's a Lincoln Green 10-year anniversary beer that's out. I'm sure it's 10 years. Might even be longer now. Is it 10 years? I'm sure it's 10 years. There we go. I don't know why that was held for review. YouTube. It's a strange old thing, And I got banned off Facebook for 3 days for calling myself. I don't know what that was about. I called myself a prat and got banned for 3 days. Didn't I give them hell for that? Eventually, I got unbanned, but I'd lost 2 days. And you can understand where companies, obviously I'm just a beer review, so nothing special in any way, shape or form. But you can imagine if companies post something and they don't like it, getting banned, it's not good. I do wonder sometimes with social media, they're a little bit on the fire, on the trigger button. No need for it, I don't think, in the grand scheme of things. So, lovely fruity offering here from Leffe. Don't really know a lot about Leffe Ruby. I've had some of them. I've had the Leffe Bruna, the Blonde, and I'm sure one of them, the first time I drank it, it tasted like tobacco. Yeah. Like horrible tobacco. And it was like, oh, God, I'm never touching that again. And it's surprising over the years how your taste buds change. So, cheers. That is a fruity beer. Slight perfuminess on it, though. I get like a Palmer Violet taste. Don't know what's going off there. But I certainly get hints of Palmer Violet coming through. So, Friday night, weekend's here. got to be honest, pretty glad for the weekend this week. Been a very tough working week. I'm one of these idiots who pushes myself to the limit all the time. And you come away and you're absolutely knackered, moving, chuffing logs. So we had a 100-foot tree cut down at work. And bloody hell, they could have cut the pieces into smaller pieces. Breaking my flipping back moving them. And sometimes I had to use like a set of wheels to move them. But flip me. I'm going to make some great firewood at some stage, though, fair play. And yeah, when it starts smashing them up and chopping them up and that, it'd be interesting to see how it goes on that side of things. So, Leffe. It's been a while since I've had a Leffe, to be honest. There was a fruity version last year. I'm sure it was like an apricot version of Leffe. And it hit the spot rather well. And this certainly is, especially when it's for free as well. A mate of mine dropped me 15 bottles of it. Cheers, Paul, if you're watching, mate. And if you're watching in the future. Oh. So for Nottingham, Nottingham Forest, big game against Hull this week. The verge of the Dinky Mirror. Oh, God. This is where grass is ridiculous because it was like that thick the week before. Look, don't need to touch that. We'll let it go a bit. The week after, it's like 4 foot high in places, and it's like Jesus. And I was so far into it with the dinky mower, and I thought, oh God, I'm gonna have to go and get my strimmer. And I hate strimming because I suffer with hay fever. So mowing's all right. I'm all right mowing, but strimming's a no. But I had to get the strimmer out and strim it, and it's rough. I've got it down, but it's looking rough. So next week, one of my jobs is to go over it again with the mower on a high cut, get it down, and then for the next 3 weeks, it's going to be a case of keep going over it until it's at a stage where it's okay. Yeah. I mean, it's not. We don't really mow it that often. But it shows up the hotel, the venue, so you can see the venue from the road. So the last thing you really want is 4 or 5 foot wildflowers in front. We've got a woodland for that, so we're all good on that side of things. But yeah, that killed me yesterday doing that, and I mowed the whole place as well. So I mowed another 3 acres on top of that, some by hand and some with a ride on. So it was a busy day, and then I did an hour next door in next door's garden, the Chinese garden. So, and then I came home and did about 3 hours in my own garden. Sucker for punishment. Obviously love gardening, but it's what gardening's all about, though. It's that time of the year where you've got to win. It's like now with the rain outside. There's no point me doing anything in the rain. Let the rain do its work, and tomorrow I'll go back out and do some more moving. So I'm moving the whole garden around, and a lot of work involved, hell of a lot of work, but it's good work. It's coming along. So I've got to say, this is 5%, but blooming heck, it's easy drinking. You could quite easily neck multiple bottles. So the big event this week is Brew LDN in London. 24 quid a ticket. Craig's on 2 days. Kent Bay Reviews. I hope he's actually got some. I hope someone sorted him out a ticket, because that's a lot of money to pay for 2 days. At least in Nottingham, it was only 12 quid a bloody ticket. Don't think I'd want to pay 24 quid for a ticket. I mean, and I bet the beer's not cheap either. Not when you're paying 24 quid. I bet the beer's expensive as well. Obviously, it's good for breweries, and especially after the last couple of years, it's good for breweries to show off their beers. Hopefully, I'll be able to persuade some of the craft beer festival to bring some of them breweries to Nottingham. Some of them that haven't already come. Beak Verdant in Nottingham would be amazing, and Lord's Brewing as well. And I noticed that Simon was there, Mr. Real Ale Craft Beer. He was there in London and doing his thing. Although he's got long hair these days, Jesus Christ. In some ways, I'd like to grow long hair, but I don't know if it'd suit me. You look at Lord of the Rings, and in Lord of the Rings, it suits everyone, long hair does. The problem is I'd have long grey hair, so it probably wouldn't be a good thing. Wouldn't be a good look. No. So, really enjoying this. This is going down nice, 5%. Might have to crack open another bottle. And yeah, it's been a good week this week. Looking forward to the weekend. Looking forward to getting out again, going to the pubs of Nottingham, doing a bit of local pubbing, as you do. And yeah, enjoying that side of life, especially on Sunday. Sunday, going to do live beer reviews from pubs. So that'll be interesting. Got two good blokes with me, Liam Rusco and Shane. Can't wait. Hopefully one day Dave will jump back on the channel. He's been a bit noticeable by his... I don't know how long it's been, a week or two now at least. But yeah, it'd be good for him to get back up to Nottingham. If he could make Nottingham Craft Beer Festival, that would be amazing. Good evening, Mark. Day, a steady rolling man. Hey. Alice Band in Wonderland, Simon. It's funny, you know, because Craig was doing an Instagram live, and some bloke with long hair ran up to the camera, and I'm like, "Who's that fella?" And Craig, but it's Simon. I'm like, "Oh, hi." Didn't recognise him. I remember him with short hair. I didn't remember him with long hair. I've never seen him with long hair. I don't really watch his reviews, to be fair. Struggle to watch anybody's reviews these days. Life's so busy, isn't it? And I think that's the thing across all YouTube. There's a noticeable drop on YouTube, apart from certain types of things. Obviously, anything to do with Ukraine is massive for obvious reasons. People trying to get their bit of the news, although you really should stick to genuine news sources. Same with Marvel at the moment. Bloody hell, Doctor Strange. Every time I put YouTube on, there's a Doctor Strange and somebody's revealing something. It's like, stop bloody revealing what's going off. Hopefully we'll get to see that in the next week at the cinema. Not this weekend, no chance, but hopefully in the next week. And get on one of these buy one get one free jobbies and get ourselves down to the cinema. Only seeing your comments. Mark's just commented. That's strange. Have you got it on top chat or live chat? I always stick it on live chat. Yeah. Although there's not many on tonight. Everyone's out in the boozer probably. Don't want to be watching bloody YouTube. And yeah, is what it is. I'm doing my Wraggys Taproom thing and having a beer down the shed and waiting for the wife to come home because she's going to be a while. Although I might crack open another couple of beer reviews, to be fair. Boris Johnson and Conservatives, I know, Jesus. I'm hoping that the bloody Tories, you know, they lost 176 seats today. And I'm hoping they get the push to go after the energy companies. I mean, if the energy companies are earning 7 billion in 3 months, then you fucking well know that something's wrong. The prices are wrong. If they can't, if the price of gas and petrol, good evening, Mr. Bamwell. If the price of gas and petrol and oil cannot be done by the UK government for whatever fucking reason, then what the profits earned should be took off them to balance it up. I can't understand why you wouldn't. And If I was somebody with 1 million subscribers, I'd be poking these politicians something rotten. And I might even do it anyway, even with 200 subscribers or whatever it is on Twitter. Oh, so Leffe Ruby. It's a lovely fruity beer. Got to be honest, going down well. And first of the 15 bottles, so 15 bottles. Whoa. And it's only 5% as well, so it's proper sessionable. I might have to crack open another bottle just to keep going. National Homebrew Day tomorrow. Ooh. I do want to, for my wedding vows next year, brew. I've got 1, 2, 3 barrels, and I'm thinking, but if I can keep my hands off the barrels. You know, there's a carrot in front of you, and a nice carrot. Yeah, live chat, mate. Yeah. Top chat's crap. Yeah. You miss people's comments. I mean, obviously, it's a quiet night anyway. And the fact is that I haven't been, what's the word? Scheduling reviews and, you know, and chatting. So people don't know you're doing it. It just makes you wonder, doesn't it, Mark? You know, in the grand, what's going off? Why wouldn't you, if BP and Shell don't know what, you know, their profits are off the scale. And there's a reason why, because obviously it's stupid fucking global prices. Now, if we can't control our own prices, I thought Brexit was the thing to stop all this. Stop the wheel dictating to us what prices are what. If we get our gas and oil and petrol, most of it from the North Sea, surely we don't have to be dictated to. I can't understand it. I mean, I grow plants. If I say the price of a fuchsia is £1 to you, and garden centres are selling it at £5, well, that's tough shit on garden centres. Surely, you know, you're not the world's not that intertwined. Everything you're dictated by the world on what you do. Huh? Can't stop Putin starting a war against Ukraine. Stupid. It really is stupid. And then you've got the bloody Bank of England putting the interest rates up now. So not only are people going to be paying for more for the food, gas, bless me, electric and whatnot. £1.99 a litre for diesel. Fucking disgusting, that price, isn't it? That's twice what it was in COVID. In COVID, it was about £1. Good evening, Martin. Holston Pills. It's funny, you know, Holston Pills, when I worked in Sainsbury's, it was one of them, like, you looked at it as a bargain lager. And yet, when I reviewed it, I actually really liked it. If you look back on my review, you'll know that I did. And, you know, it's surprising. Sometimes you look at lagers or beers or ciders, you know, whatever. And you look at it and think, oh, I'm not touching that. You know, it's cheap, it's rubbish. And yet they surprise you. Obviously, it all depends on the day you've had. Sunshine, you know, makes for a good thing. 15 bottles of Leffe. Mate of mine dropped it off. And it's still in date for another year as well. So he obviously wasn't keen on it. Or he's, for whatever reason, he's bought it. And unless it just feels like giving me a load of beer. I mean, I'm good for that. I'm good for a load of beer. But yeah, it's a strange one. I mean, when we all drink anything, it all depends on our how we are on that day. Holston Pills was the thing in the late 80s. Yeah, and it comes around, you know, beers go out of fashion. Mild, look at mild beer. Goes out of fashion, then it comes back in. And I do think that breweries, especially craft breweries, being at the front of everything, need to be brewing stuff as much as they can. Good evening, Dean. It's been a while, matey. Hope you're well. 44 quid in the garden centre. Fuck's sakes. 44 quid. Remember that for rhododendrons, you need acid soil. You'll know if your soil is acid if you've got an hydrangea and it's like got like a pinky colour to it on the flower. Then you've got an acid soil. But you can always chuck some nails underneath and that helps. But 44 quid. It's no wonder, you know, the greed. For me, it's greed. But obviously, they buy their plants from somewhere. Oh, it does matter nothing, though. It really does. Holston Pills went down the pan when they started brewing in the UK, not Germany, in 2005. Right. I won't pay 44 quid for a frigging rhododendron. Yeah. I've got 2 in my garden you can have. If you ever swing by Nottingham, yeah, I'll dig you them out and you can have them. Yeah, for free. And you prefer the ruby to the blonde. The ruby is lovely, nice and fruity. Sorry, mate. I thought I sent you a thing. I says, fuck it. And, pardon my French. Parlez-vous français? I says, fuck it. It's raining. And that's why I came online. I'm here for a bit anyway. An Imperial Cherry Porter for National Homebrew Day. 8.5%. Creep up depending on efficiency. Oh, bless you. Hope everyone's okay anyway. Just had a Grab DB Big Mac. I've got a massive issue with the likes of McDonald's, KFC. I just think that, you know, if you go in, Grand Big Mac, no. Yeah, I just think that they don't care anymore about delivery. People who go into the shops. It's all about these bloody, what's it call them? Oh, Just Eat and all them fucking things that block the roads up with the bicycles. Collect them and deliver them to Dean for 20 quid. Still cheaper than buying them there, though. And my rhododendrons have been grown for years in good soil. Yeah, I've had them and I don't really want them anymore. But I don't want to dig them out and for them to go nowhere. So, ever nearby Nottingham, plenty of room on my street for a big log. That was a good one. Loving the fruity flavour on this. And good to see people online on a Friday night. Friday night, everyone's busy doing the thing. I get that. And me like a twonk, I never schedule anything in. Although I've been so busy lately that I don't schedule in. And because I'm busy and trying to get the garden done and all that rubbish, get a shovel and head to the local park. You don't want to do that. It's lovely, mate. It really is. Fruity-ish. Couldn't tell you the bloody fruit. But yeah, you want to go to any public parks these days. Yeah. One thing, they don't spend any money on plants these days. Because I know, I used to be a part worker, obviously. Exactly. Yeah. I was in the garden. I'm moving the garden round, so lifelong gardener, I get pissed off with things being the same all the time. No, I'll read some gay story. No. Plenty of them about. But yeah, I get pissed off with the garden, so I'm giving it a proper change this year. I want colour on the front. And I don't know if you know, Dean, but I'm doing a Wraggys Beer Festival next year at my wedding vow renewal in Nottingham. So if you've got a spare date in July 14th, I shall be having, hopefully, on keg, but maybe if local breweries do what may happen or may not happen, as so the case may be, there may well be some stunning beers there. I'm looking at getting 25 mini kegs of beers. That's 9 pints each. So it's a good 180 pints, or and that's just the starters. Mini kegs of all the local breweries. But I'm also going to brew barrel age imperial stouts, barley wine, and maybe a triple IPA as well. You'd be invited as well, Benjamin. Jesus Christ. Good evening, Christopher and Richard. How are you? And it's turning into a nice small little party here. All them with money are in London at Brew Out LDN. I'm not paying 24 quid to get into a bloody beer festival. And I couldn't stand the music anyway. I like to be somewhere. Can't afford the petrol. Jesus Christ, this winter. How are people going to cope this winter? Surely somebody in the government's got the balls to say, right, we're not doing this. We can't. The poor, can't be pissed on too much, because you're gonna get riots at some stage. You can see it coming. At some stage, when the prices go up even further in the winter, you're going to get riots, because it's going to trigger it, and there is going to be a mass demonstrations. Good evening, Greg. Hello, mate. Dry day for once today. Oh, dry as in drinking dry. Can't remember last time I did. Fires will keep us warm. Well, there is that, isn't there? Yeah. Get yourself a heated blanket. See, I live in an old house. It's 100 years old. So my house isn't great at keeping the heat in anyway. Might have to tap into next door's electricity and his gas, and put a pipe from his gas into mine. Hey, job's good. Drank far too much. This is the problem with all-inclusive. I've done on an all-inclusive. I've drank mine, the wife's, and my daughter's beers. Oh, not good. Stock up on house coal, matey. I'll tell you what, stock up on house coal. Chat to your local tree people and get wood. You imagine you need to let it dry for 6 months. Hey, lots of wood for next winter. I've got wood. Yeah, at the Arboretum. Good evening, Hobhouse. How are you, matey? Mrs. is watching Emmerdale, so I thought sod that. I'm the same. Can't stand Emmerdale. Is that Mina? What is it, Mina, or that the Asian girl who's killed a load of people? Is she still the center storyline? Because I just had enough of it. I mean, they really took the piss. John, if you look at it, there's a trigger point that will trigger mass demonstrations and riots. Poll tax did it, and that brought everybody out. We're on the brink. I mean, obviously, coming into the summer, everyone's gas and electric heating's turned off. You get to September and they bump it up again, and there's going to be issues, massively issues. Spain next Sunday, 5-star all-inclusive. Do you know, I went to Fuerteventura, first proper holiday abroad, put was it 1.5 stone or 2 stone on in 2 weeks? Lots of food, lots of all-inclusive. Oh, wasn't good. I thought that Hop House, I thought it might be at the end of its time. I'm trying to get the beer wall down to nothing, and I'm getting there. I'm not really buying any beers. I mean, I got gifted like 20 odd beers yesterday, but I mean, I won't buy them. So, although 15 are the same, so it don't really matter about that. Some places have been tight with the drink. You don't know how much rum you drank last week. Any rum reviews on the channel? Eh? You might as well, haven't you? Hey. Mallorca and Ibiza. I went to Minorca once. 2017, I think it was. Captain Morgan's. Brew your own, cheaper. Rum like this. Yeah, Minorca. Went on the beach in Minorca, in the capital, Mahon, in Mallorca. Spice rum. Oh, very nice. Walked into this gin distillery, and there you can just help yourself. You just walk in. There's like 50 different gins, all different flavoured gins. Walked in sober, walked out pissed as a fart, with a couple of bottles as well, because I felt guilty. All inclusive in parts of Spain only. Allowed free drinks for meals. Free drinks for meals, not bad though, to be fair, is it? I mean, Jesus. Only beer reviews on your channel, mate. Fair play. I can drink rum like I can drink beer, which is why I have no spirits in my shed anymore. Yeah. Same with wine. I have no wine either, for the same bloody reason. It's not that I'm, a pisshead, but I might be a pisshead. Hey. The beer's fantastic, mate. Yeah. Lovely, fruity beer. There's like a perfumey thing going off. I ain't got a clue what the actual taste is, but certainly fruity. I'm not sure what bloody fruit, but crisp review. I know I had some crisps earlier. I thought I'd chuck a curveball in. Everyone sees me doing beer reviews, and I thought, fuck it, I'll do a crisp review, just to really chuck it in. Yeah, as you do. Second beer, 10 Watt Moon by Verdant. Cheers, matey. Yeah, I am sober for 19 hours a day. Yeah, I'll try to be at least. Yeah, I would say I'm a heavier drinker than most. That's for sure. But like you say, I go to work all day, and I work in hospitality. So if I really wanted to, and if I was really, really naughty, I've got access to everything at work. But I would never do that, because one, you lose my job, and two, it's a slippery slope. So I'd never do it. Hobgoblin ones years ago. They are amazing, yeah. Oh, I've took the crisp packet up the ass. Yeah, definitely not worth it. No. Don't feel the need, even though it's there. And my boss said that to me, the owner. He says, hospitality can, if you've got a problem, it can be very, very dangerous. Beer festival tomorrow near Carlisle. Hey. Can't beat a beer festival. Nottingham Craft Beer Festival coming soon for me. Castle Rock's Yard Party is going to be amazing. They've done a staggering amount of collaborations for it. Sunday, I'm doing live beer reviews from pubs with Liam and Shane. That'll be interesting. Even live beer reviews as well. So I better make sure I charge up my bloody, the battery thing. Better charge it up. I charged it up last week and it didn't do bugger all. It lasted for it put about 10% on it and died. So, but yeah, Sundays are going to be a good day. Yeah, starting at 12 o'clock. I'll be at the Canal House Bar for 12 o'clock as soon as it opens, and get there nice and early. Do a couple of beer reviews by myself while no one's watching, and hopefully no one's watching. I'd be pissed off if I got there and there's like 30 people outside. And then I'm dragging them around all local pubs that they've never been to, so it's all good. Steady rolling man from Daya. Yeah, I've tried it before. Yeah. Oh, I need a bevy. I need a beer just to get me into the, just to help the anxiety and all that. Yeah. You walk in and there's a bloody barge in the bar, and it's like you walk in the door and he's like, fuck's sakes, what's this? And there's a canal barge in the bar. I mean, how weird is that? I wish my wife was into beers as much as yours, Greg. Mr. Borman Beer Reviews, for those who don't know who Greg is, and now and in the future. Yeah, she's getting there. I mean, we was it's on the canal, yeah, but it's still weird. We was on. We had to deliver a cake last weekend, and we drove to one of the Bang the Elephant brewers. We drove over there, and he invites us in, and I'm like, oh, and I didn't know they'd got a party going off, and I'm like, oh shit, there's a party, and I'm like, damn, and I'm not good with parties, especially when you don't know who's there. And next minute, he cracked this beer open, and I was driving. It cracked this barley wine, Statement of Intent. What a bloody name for a beer. And good name. 12% barley wine. Bloody stunning. Took a few sips and it's like, oh, this is amazing. And I could drink this all day long. Well, for an hour. And it's like pissed. And then I had to give the wife some because I'm driving, so I can't fucking drink it. 12%. Even a small glass, no. But yeah, she loved it. Yeah, she absolutely loved it. So when it comes out in can, which it's going to be soon, very soon, I should be reviewing that. Yeah, probably about 12 quid. Yeah, she did, mate. I'm surprised. Bloody so fussy with beers. I can't weigh it up. Some stouts she likes, some she don't. Not really keen on tropical beers. Likes the odd best bitter. She likes a mild last week. It's like, I can't, with some people, you can say they're in that category. They like that type of beer. I can't for the life of me say what she likes and what she doesn't. I've given her imperial stouts. She likes coffee flavours. I've given her imperial coffee stouts. Don't like it. And I'm like, for fuck's sake, what do you like? It's really tough. Steady rolling man from Daya, Septum, 8th day from Greece, Galway Bay, Full Sail, McKellar, San Diego, Freddie Mercury on all IPAs. Right, yeah. Strange, isn't it? It's this thing. I mean, I pretty much can drink everything these days, within reason. Apart from farmhouse. I can't stand farmhouse. Fucking farmhouse. Shite ass. And these barrel-aged wine sours, I don't like them. The Brewdog are going to give their staff a share of the bar takings. That's because of all the shit that's gone off. Yeah, that's just to appease the bar staff. yeah. My wife likes IPAs. Only sour she likes is Vault City Sour Apple. Right, yeah. That green one. Barrel-aged style, drop one off by your work and nick one off you. Tell you what, I'm going to do. I've got 3 barrels, and the plan is sometime in October when the beer festivals end. So I ain't got a, I've got a bit of money spare, somewhat. I'm gonna do about 2 barrel-aged imperials probably, and a barley wine. I'm going to get some of that essence that commercial breweries use, so I know it's good stuff. And I'm going to do probably a banoffee pie, probably a plum, and then for the barley wine, some, other nice flavour, and probably have them at my Wraggys Beer Festival. Yeah. Good evening, Mr. Bolton. How are we? And apologies for the late one. Wife's out, so I'm down the shed drinking Leffe Ruby, although the bottle's nearly empty. So second bottle it is then. Sod it, eh? It's only 5%, so it's not strong. Yeah. Proper sessionable. I've got to say, Love Brewing's Imperial Stout is outstanding. Brewed properly, outstanding. With an essence in it, you can make a stunning beer that is commercial brewery quality. Make no mistake. Hop forward IPA guy. Mrs. Wraggy's not online now. She's in the shops with my daughter. Good evening, Adam. Your first beer of the week. Shit. Hey? Jesus. Are you out of beer? Do you need some of the Wraggys triple IPA sending up? Mother-in-law's birthday. Side swerve that one. Yeah, I try and keep away from in-laws' birthdays and stuff. I know. Even my phone's just gone first beer of the week. Wow. Some people only drink weekends. Yeah. I drink only on days, with day at the end, to be fair. It is what it is, Yeah, you got to be liberal. Yeah, sours. See, I like fruity beers. I like strawberry and cherry, fruity flavours. Ill on Tuesday and Wednesday. Fair play. Have you recovered now then, matey? Yeah, I do like the fruity beers, but I know what you mean about the sour beers. I'm more into the pastry sours, to be fair, than the sours where your face absolutely. I've had some of them from London Beer Factory, and bloody hell, the Berliner Weisse sours, and it's like, whoa. Hipster beers. Yeah, they might be. You might be right there. What follows Rolling Man? What beers you got, out of curiosity? Pineapple and coconut lager. Pineapple and coconut lager. That's different. I mean, it's good to see craft lagers. I do think that lagers with flavouring is the way forward. For people who are lager drinkers who don't want to drink beer, but do want to get flavour, Northern Monk DDH IPA. Ooh. I'm going to have another Ruby. Although I was sent some beers. Hey, Rasco and Disco are live from Brew LDN. Is it actually Rasco and Disco? Is it? I can never remember which is Rasco and which is Craig. How are you, matey? I actually didn't know that long-haired chap who come up to you was Simon. How bad's that? Sabro hops. Yeah. Sabro does give the coconut, doesn't it? Just Rasco, yeah. So Rasco's the grey-haired fella, and Disco's the other one. I can never remember which is which, Every time I put it on, I'm thinking which is one of the. I know. Sometimes I remember at least. Yeah, how are the prices, Craig? And how's the bank balance? And did you get a free ticket? Because I know you're there both days, or have you had to pay for both days? I hope you get a bloody Rasco's bold, Disco as a beard. Have you even got that there? Have you tried the Audi version of Leffe? What's that called? Disco Mater, how are you? Hey, your mate's on live at Brew LDN. Yeah. Picked up some newer ones in Morrison's the other day. Review them next month when you're back on the beer. Next month? Tefe? I've never seen Tefe. No, I don't think I have, anyway. No. Even I've heard of the MJ M44 yeast, which is really sad. No, it's just for entry, Bramall, 24 quid. Ouch. St. Pierre. Yes, I have. I have reviewed St. Pierre. That was a stunning beer, to be fair. Oh, you're both at Brew LDN Disco, Vasco Disco. Just out of curiosity. Leffe Clone, 8.2%. Ooh. Oh, you with Simon? Hello, Simon! Yeah, what's with the long hair? But fair play, mate. If you can grow long hair, you know. Yeah. What you're going to do now is get a sword. Be like Lord of the Rings. Yeah. Gandalf. I'd be fucking Gandalf because of the grey hair. You miss him. Oh, he misses him. Live anchoring from the Disco Arms. Yeah, Disco. From the Disco Arms. Jolly good show. Good to see everyone online tonight. It's been a great night. I've enjoyed it, you know. The wife's out anyway, so I'm down the beer room and the one chip challenge. What the hell's the one chip challenge? No, I've not even seen the Arbor IPA that's in Audi. But good to see that the, you know, profits to Ukraine. Anything that helps, you know. Lorenzo, yeah, the craft beers. Most beer reviewers across the country are equally, you know, dismal about in Audi, the Plum Porter, trying to rip off Titanic Brewery, but Titanic Breweries and yeah, it's twice as nice. Still a thing in Audi because it don't live up to its name. I mean, it's better than the first iteration. It's got better, but it's still not a great beer, not by a long shot. Obi-Wan Cannoli, a milk stout, 7.5%. You're bringing out some Star Warsy beers, eh? I know a bloke called Emperor's Brew, won't be happy with that, eh? Nicking his thing. Sierra Nevada clone. Harvested the yeast from 2 bottles. That's interesting, matey. I know they do that. They do a wet yeast, don't they? Good evening, Mr. NFFC. Hey. Yeah. Leffe is a Belgian beer. To me, this is more of a fruity beer, to be fair. Just stepped on a slug barefoot in my uni room. Ugh. How the hell is a slug getting in your room? That's the question. Someone messing about? You know, you've got to wonder these things. Yeah. Bolton, I didn't realise that was a thing. And when I went to Lincoln Green Brewery, they was on about their wet yeast. I presume that's the word for it. It's been a while. It's been a year since I was there. So I might have got the wrong name for it. But yeah, where they... thanks for joining, Mr. Hobhouse. Yeah, where they harvest the wet yeast. And yeah, I suppose it saves on money, doesn't it? It's a money thing. For bigger breweries, it saves on money, doesn't it? You've got to wonder at some stage. The 5% for the Leffe Ruby. Right, quick toilet break and back with another beer. Well, another Leffe. Another 13 to go through. Let's crack on. Right, back in the beer room and another bottle. Hey. So, welcome back, everyone. Another bottle of Leffe being cracked open, and good to see the beer reviewers down at the Brew LDN. Near the wee bush. So yeah, Leffe bottle number 2. Thank God it into challenge because yeah, I go up to the house now. Yeah, just in case anybody's watching. Yeah, I wonder if harvested yeast, where flavours from different beers might be an issue. Fair play, Benjamin. You know, I mean, obviously we've all got our favourite beers, haven't we? What we do and don't like. I mean, for me, it's a nice fruity offering. I still ain't got the bloody fruit. I've drank a second bottle now, and I still can't even fathom out which bloody fruit it is. Crap beer reviewer, but there you go. Oh, it's tasting nice though, nonetheless. Yeah, it's a dickhead pour. Yeah. I was never known for pouring. Always a shit pour. Yeah. So if Craig's still in and he can hear me, mate. Hello, Simon. Yeah, I'm Wraggy. Yeah, you may have heard of me. But anyway, nonetheless, what's the prices down there at Brew London? If you're still around, mate. Some of the issue never buy commercially. Give some money, I suppose. If you can yeast harvest, then yeah, he has mentioned me before. He knows about the prune wine. Obviously, a lot of people, you know, I get that somebody with 60,000 subscribers or whatever he's got these days, you know, you don't want to lose your subscribers by mentioning every Tom, Dick and Harry channel. But I think it's a good idea to mention other channels personally. It spreads the wealth, but what do I know? Never had an issue with spreading the wealth. You know, people either like you or don't like you. You know, people subscribe and unsubscribe. I get it all the time. I go up by 5, down by 5, and it's like, why fucking bother subscribing in the first place? And you know, obviously you get lots of spammers and you get lots of fake accounts. And I do wonder sometimes, even now, it's like 2,600 and some subscribers. And even now, you don't get that many people watching beer reviews. You think, why subscribe? But obviously, they subscribe. You know, Harry and Tom. Does that make you a dick? Yeah, I get that, Benjamin, as well. Yeah. And obviously, if your business is making money off your channel, you don't want to be sending viewers to other channels. So you get that. Yeah. For me, purely a hobby, you know. So I get my money from work and, you know, I like gardening. So it always will be what it is. Every time you do a rant, you lose a subscriber. Thankfully, I don't do too many rants. I just call people on normal reviews. Fuck them. Yeah, Jim's got a fantastic amount of subscribers, but he's had a couple of good bumps over the year. And I have said this to people before, that at any stage in the game, your channel can go viral. And all of a sudden you can jump from, what, say 2,000 to 1 million, all because of that, you know. But yeah. I mean, luckily, you know, in some ways, would you want to be so popular that you can't go out and just bloody go out to the pub and enjoy a pint without somebody coming up to you? And in some ways, you know, it's nice to be just a person that nobody ever recognises, which is nice. I mean, in Nottingham, because I do pub reviews as well, it's quite funny, that is. But even so, I do pub reviews and I can walk into a pub and still not get recognised in that same pub. And I've done a review of their pub. And so it just goes to show you, yeah, it means fuck all in the grand scheme of things. But it gives a bit of a prod to the pub on social media. So that's a good thing. That's the only reason I do pub reviews, is to help bump the pubs up. It was nice to have your face on the golden ale, although they could have made me look younger. I mean, I'm fucking old. Hey, when I seen the bottle, I'm like, I'm not that old. I'm only 50. Makes me look about 70. Yeah, you know, I've got this thing where sometimes I need to calm it down on what I say. Sometimes afterwards, I think to myself, oh, was I a bit off the cuff there? And I've called people out, and I got a message on Instagram the other day from a certain brewery. I won't tell you the brewery, just in case he's watching. But this brewery was basically called me out, and a bit of a cuntish way, actually. And because I'd heard rumours about what this certain brewery was doing. It's like, you know, I'm probably as fucking normal-minded as anybody. But I've heard some of the bad stuff they were doing. And it's funny that they came to me, a review that got quite minimal views, to give me a bit of a lecture. Yeah. I fucking deleted it and I read about 2 seconds of it and deleted it. So yeah. Couldn't afford Kim Kardashian's photo editor. I don't do edits. Sod edits. What's edits about? Yeah, so I'm going to do pub reviews from the pub. Yeah, because Slurpee keeps calling me out on it and it's doing my head in. So on Sunday, when I'm in the pub with Liam and Shane, so apologies now. Oh, right. I like honesty. You know, if someone thinks I'm a twat, please, you know, they say it, you know. Plenty of people have called me a twat before. Fuck them. Cat Asylum. Yeah, he was crooked, wasn't he? He's still going, though. Yeah. Dodgy bleeder. Yeah, I'm going to the pubs on Sunday, so big apologies for anybody watching the channel on Sunday. You're going to get swamped. I don't know how many bloody reviews there's going to be and how long we're going to be on, but there's going to be a shit load. It's going to take me about 2 weeks to catch up again. And yeah, my Twitter account gets hammered. I'm on Facebook. But hey, keep nudging the breweries, you know, and you do what you do. Yeah. That Nipa from Lidl's. I've not had anything from any of the supermarkets for a while. I'm probably the worst beer reviewer for beers that are relevant. All my beers are fucking old and been on my shelf for a while. But what can you do? Yeah. I'm trying to run the beer wall down. I've got till June the 24th to get through these beers, or at least majority of them. June the 24th being my birthday. So I'm trying to run through all of them before then. That's a bit of a task, to be fair, because it's only 50 odd days away, and I've still got fucking loads. Pardon my French. So I'm gonna have to start doing sneaky beer reviews again, just to get the beers down, and stop drinking bloody homebrew, which is a bad thing. Don't drink homebrew; gets you drunk. But yeah, I need to go to Waitrose as well. Waitrose, oh. You know, Mr. Bramall, back in lockdown, I seen the devastation that was happening to local breweries. You know, these poor breweries, and I see it on my doorstep. I see local breweries that can't sell cask beer, that their only means of keeping alive was either bottle or. So that was the thing that triggered me into doing these beers. And I've drank some amazing beers from local breweries. And if by using the Wraggys Beer Review channel to promote these beers so that they're more known countrywide, that shops, because what you got to think about is shops may or may not look at beer reviews. They may or may not, who knows. But bottle shops and that may think, what's this certain brewery? Oh, let's watch it. Let's watch a review of this what you know, and if it's a decent review, of course, you know, not a 2-hour talk about one bloody beer. And if I'm helping the local breweries, and people keep their jobs, keep their houses, and for me, you know, and also I live in Nottingham. Kellam's gone down, hasn't it? Kellam Brewery. Kellam Island Brewery, that's gone. Oh, shit. Brett, good evening, mate, and good evening, David. So, let me just move my phone because things are in the way. And I'm a bit behind with the comments. I've just slipped. I'd have to. Hold on. Apologies. Right. Right. Do apologise. Trying to catch up with the comments. Don't know if anyone's having a problem with the stream, or is it me? Are you having a problem with the stream? The internet's working. The internet is working fine. So hopefully not, matey. Hopefully not. Yeah, certain your eyes a bit. How's that because you're drunk? Stream's okay, thank God for that. Fucking hell. Did a massive vodka order. Hey, what you ordered? Trying to stay away from alcohol until I go on with the girls. Oh, good on you, mate. How's life for you, Brett? You know, drinking beer, it's a great way to socialise. You know, bloody mental health. I can't get away from it. It does my nutting at times that I suffer with it. And good evening, Christopher. Hey, doing well, thank you. And life isn't, you know, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's shit in it, and sometimes, you know, it's all in your head. And margins are already tight for breweries. This cost of living crisis, it's not easy, is it? For breweries that are doing well, and I think with anything these days, you've got to chop and change. You've got to be relevant. Using social media, collaborations, all these things make you relevant And I suppose it's the same with beer reviewers and, you know, all that sort of shit. Australian vodka. AU, Australian. Crystal Head. Dan Aykroyd's vodka. Ooh, there's a review, mate. No effort uploading your backlog. Good evening, Chris. It's funny, you know, I have no backlog these days. I just chuck them on. Half the time, nobody watches them, but it is what it is. I'm not overly bothered. I'll do a review. If people watch it, they watch it. If they don't, they don't. No beer tonight. Quiet one. Hungover beyond belief. Oh, it's not fucking easy being hungover. Oof. Yeah, I totally agree, Adam. Moving with the times. I've seen, it's like the game consoles and moving along. And if you don't move with the times, I mean, you know, Viagra used to be a massive seller. I don't get no Viagra emails these days. Yeah. I just get people emailing me saying, hi, you've not responded back to me. And I like think to myself, should I respond back and just say, fuck off? And, you know, these things happen, don't they? Bolton, I think you're right, mate. But I also see a big issue for the government if they don't sort this out. BB. Of course it's live. Don't do fucking pre-recorded. I wouldn't know how to either. Some of the streams are breaking up in parts. Ah, yes, mater. It was on Wi-Fi and I forgot to turn it off, the bloody Wi-Fi. Yeah, so big apologies there. $2,000 a month to $6,000. Fucking hell. How do you keep up with the overheads? It's ridiculous, isn't it? How much do I give mods an hour? Plans tonight? Nothing. Yeah. Chinese and bed. Yeah. I live a great life. I do live a great life. Gold from Saddam Hussein, best spam email. I used to get Viagra emails all the time. It's like, fuck's sakes. There's nothing wrong with my downstairs area. Yeah. Do I fertilise my lawns? No. No. No George Michael music tonight. Hey. No. I do like a bit of George Michael, to be honest. Yeah. Nowhere near any toilets as well, to be fair. Yeah. It's a shame he died so young, though. I mean, let's be fair. You know, when you see people dying. I'll tell you what I did watch tonight. If anybody's watched him, what's his fucking name? The chef. Gordon Ramsay. I watched one of his shows tonight where he goes into somewhere in America. Gotta have faith. We all need a bit of faith, don't we? And there was something called a burger something in I think it was San Francisco or I don't know, somewhere in America. And do you know, I don't watch his shows because I find him a bit of a loudmouth. And I watched it and I was there for an hour and a half watching this. And he basically turned a restaurant that was going downhill at a massive rate of knots. The father was a robbing bleeder who robbed his son of money, invested his son's money into the burger bar without even telling him. No, it wasn't that. Kitchen Nightmares or Ramsay's Kitchen Nightmares, that was it, yeah. And some burger bar. And I watched it and it was really compelling. And Gordon was actually doing an amazing job with them. And you could tell, you know, God, there was massive issues. Yeah, it probably would have been years ago. And the father was a twat. And the chefs were crap and all. But he's turned it round for them. And just goes to show you that sometimes in life, you know, we all need someone to say, you're in the wrong, you know. Ah, yes, that was right. He was an Aussie, yeah. Track. Do you met party when you finished second class in the school? Eh? call it Better Call Wraggy. Yeah, I mean, I do help as many breweries as I can. I know a lot. Obviously, doing beer reviews, it's surprising how many brewers you know now. It's weird, isn't it? And it's, in some ways, the biggest thanks is to Craig Kent Beer Reviews, because me and him decided last year to go to Nottingham Craft Beer Festival, and it was a step for me out of the the comfort zone of the beer room, where I am now. And nearly 4 years, mate. 4 years at the end of this month. I need to do not 10 years, Jesus Christ. And drank a few beers though. West Coast IPA from Lakes Brew. Ooh. Forgot where I was going there. Struggling breweries. Lots of breweries need the beer community to help them. Yeah, and me and Craig last year walked in, and first time meeting Craig, and you're always a bit frightened. Time has flown. Bloody hell. Yeah. I was crap back then, and I'm still crap now. Yeah. I still can't fucking taste what this is. Just shows you how shit I am. But I've drank some cracking beers on the way, though. Gotta be honest. And I've chatted to a lot of people. And I'm coming up to 1 million views. What's that about? And that's not a joke either. It is. It's about 910,000 views at the moment. Something along them lines. So I will do 1 million. When I crack the million, if. Same as if I crack 3,000 subscribers. It's that sort of thing. When I crack 3,000 subscribers, I'm drinking that 75% Belfer Fire beer. Yeah. Cheers, mate. I'm still shit, but yeah. But what, and Yanton Keg? Lakes Brew Company, though. Oh, brilliant company. What them people suffered because of Hawkshead pisses me off. And Halewood, the owners of Hawkshead, who closed down Sadler's Brewery, you tossers. Yes, I think I'm about 915,000, something like that. Last time I looked, anyway. It will give you the shits, that beer. Fucking no normal then. Every day at the moment. I swear, beer, a homebrew beer, just gives you the dodgy stomach. Every day I go to the toilet, the pan's stinking. And apologies if anybody eating. Hope no one's eating. And I hope there's no ladies present as well. It's not something you want to hear when you're eating your dinner. Can you imagine someone tucking into a steak and he says, I've just shit in the pan out? Yeah. I do apologise. I ought to put a reminder in the future that people not to listen. They own Liverpool gin as well. I think a lot of people are genuine, to be fair, but a lot of people, I suppose, when your channel makes you money and you leave work, then it becomes a business. Then it becomes more difficult to stay just normal. My toilet gets it. Bloody hell. Whew. Just put a lasagna in the oven. Enjoy that lasagna. So 1 hour and 14 minutes in. The wife's still not messaged me to say she's back. I need another wee in a minute. I'll be on my third bottle of this soon. Going down well, to be fair. Thank you, everyone, for joining in tonight. At first, I thought I'm going to be talking to myself for an hour at this rate. But no, it's been good. It's been... I'll never believe what YouTube say online, because I've had it where no one's online, no one, and there's 5 of us talking. It's like, fucking YouTube, talking shit. Not a fan of track beer. Do you know, the only time I've had track is in that low-cost beer advent calendar that first year. And I didn't even know anything about Track then. It was only Adam and Craig who actually said to me, "Oh, Track are a decent company." I'm like, "Are they?" Just goes to show you, doesn't it, that if you don't know, you don't know. Thanks for joining in, Mark. Just isn't ticking your boxes. Cloudwater's neighbours. Oh, in Manchester. Ah. I don't believe my own hype. No. You know, I have mental health issues, so I question every bit of my being on a daily basis. You know, on a daily basis, I look at the channel and I think, you know, do I just quit doing beer reviews? And this is daily, you know. Hopsy's done a video at Trap Brewery, has he? I think I've seen that video. Was he with Harry at the time? 40 quid for 2 Glenmore Anges. Fucking hell. Oh, ouch. Good evening, Stuart. Yeah, Hopsy, you know, we met up 2 weeks ago. Him and his good lady, the Queen of Barley Wine, both lovely people. Struggled to understand the Yorkshire accent, to be fair, at times. I was really having to listen. And I'm like, fucking hell, what's he saying? And, you know, I try not to be ignorant. But we had a good time. We had a good 7 hours in Nottingham drinking. And, yeah, cracking. Prices in London are shocking, I'll bet. So me, Hopzine, and Craft Beer Basic were on Hopzine's video earlier. So if you've not already seen it, Hopzine was at Neon Raptor with me and Craft Beer Basic, aka Dave, who perving on a barmaid there. Who was perving? Peter or? Peter is Clueless Drinker. Well, that's his name anyway. Right. Quick toilet break. Disco. I've heard the same, mate. That's really disappointing. One of the brewers I know from Navigation Brewer, the head brewer there, he used to work for them. And yeah, it's a bit of a blow. Clueless Drinker. Peter's very different. He's quirky and he's different. He's funny. Southern bastards have had the shirt off me back. Here's a cracking lad. I've never bought a Kellam Island beer, to be honest. Right, quick wait. Oh. Oh dear. Well, do apologise. It's nice seeing the beer wall, isn't it? Yeah. Fucking beer walls. Right. The seal is broken. Definitely, mate. Yeah. Weatherspoons. I don't think Weatherspoons are not good for the beer industry. Any bloody pub that's selling beer at 99 pence a pint. Yes. Ruddle's 99 pence a pint. Yeah. But where's the profit in it? You're killing breweries off by selling it that cheap. You look at the cost of the ingredients and you're devaluing beer. I mean, This is why I don't go to standard pubs anymore. I'm actually going to a Wetherspoons tomorrow, only because the people I'm with will want to go. And there may be a couple of Nottingham brewery beers on. But yeah, Wetherspoons, their owner's a twat anyway. And yeah, it's sad, isn't it? You know, it's sad to see breweries go. I suppose, you know, in a lot of ways with breweries, keeping up with the times, you know, companies die, don't they? And those companies who can change, modify, and keep modifying to keep being relevant. Where I work, what he did, he basically got rid of all the staff. It wasn't working as a company. He got rid of his staff. Pissed in the garden. I don't do things like that. And I agree. I bet that's the case at Mersey Beers. You know, God knows what they pay for their casks. But yeah, I mean, and he brought me in as a full-time gardener. They'd never had a full-time gardener before. And, you know, in the 2 years I've been there, nearly 2 years in August, Jesus Christ, that 2 years has flown by. Thank God as well. Saved my life. You know, there's no, and I absolutely know that. 45 quid for a cask. Depends how big the cask is as well. You know, they aren't selling 45 quid a cask of bloody Ruddles. Minimum wage for 12-hour days. Bolton, that's disgusting, isn't it, matey? Fucking hell. 88 pints. Right, yeah, that's quite big. That's a bigger cask then, isn't it? Yeah. I do. The cask that we have at... Yeah. The cask that we have at... I'm sure that only holds 50 or 60. So there are obviously different size casks. But 45 quid. Fucking hell. You've got to pay for the malt, the electricity to brew that beer. Yes, Green King, Marston's, Fuller's, Shepherd Neame can do it that cheap. They are mega breweries. But still, the profit margins are shit on that. I think you're right. You know, I look at local breweries. To me, I've got a local brewery called Urban Chicken Ale, and he's quite highly rated on Untapped, and his beers are amazing. Before he even brews his beer, all his beers are sold. All his casks are sold. He's not putting anything into can because it's already sold. And for him, that's brilliant because he's a fantastic chap. He does, mate. Yeah, he does sometimes. Yeah, and he's a lovely bloke as well. Yeah. And so for your brewery to be doing that well is fantastic. And I suppose it's moving along with the times. You brew shit beer, you're not going to sell it. Yeah. Duty's the problem. Bloody government. And I suppose Wetherspoons has the buying capacity to buy a shed load of beer. I mean, if you're brewing beer and Wetherspoons come to you and say, right, we're going to pay you so much for all that beer, I suppose they can do that. But there's a price when beer's too cheap, especially in this time. I mean, I'd rather pay a bit more. Hey, yeah. The wife's not back, so I'm still on. Hey. I'm starving though. Bloody Chinese needs to come soon. Good evening, Sam. Or good morning, matey. Tap rooms now. Tap rooms are, for good breweries, tap rooms are key. I think tap rooms with good beer, good food are absolutely top notch. I've got local tap rooms near me. Neon Raptor for starters, Liquid Light, and I think certain breweries, craft beer breweries, more than traditional, can do some amazing tap rooms. Sad to see, John, isn't it? I mean, obviously, that, you know, for those who don't forward think, some of the breweries that I deal with, local breweries, they're doing really, really well. They're all cooperating. They're basically all on the same sheet. And that, to me, initial cost on their location, yeah, especially if it's in some random bloody place and you can't get to it. Pizza beer music on the glass. Hey. I think disco, it's about modernisation. I think you've got to be clever. You've got to be both a businessman, but also brew the best beer you can. Near me, there's been a few breweries that have died, but there's been new ones take their place, and the new ones that take their place, they've got their own. Some of them have got their own pubs, micro pubs, basically, and they're also getting their beers further out. And I will say this, that the locals in Nottingham are certainly all helping each other's, you know, build their, not so much Neon Raptor. Neon Raptor have done a collab with Castle Rock just recently, but a lot of them are helping each other's, you know, promote their brands. It's a bit like me as a beer reviewer saying, you know, make sure you go and check out Rasco and Disco's channel. Amazing channel. Same for Mersey Beers. Same for Craig, Kent Beer Reviews. Same for Scotland Wonder. It's all about people, you know, word of mouth, saying that go to these channels. And it's the same with beers, isn't it? You know, I will say this in Nottinghamshire, throughout Nottinghamshire and Derbyshire, certainly those local, the micro pubs are the ones. Yeah, I'm not happy either, BGV. Certainly the local micro pubs are the ones promoting the nano breweries. They're the ones getting the nano breweries beer before everybody else, and sells massively. Mersey Beers, never ever check out my channel. Why not? Yeah, great beers, the key thing there. I do agree, Benjamin. I was never happy with that, you know, and I don't think they like me anyway. Full setup for 110k for 1,000 litre microbrewers. I'd love to have a mic. I'd love, you know, if I won the lottery, I would, as a hobby, you know, if I was a million, you know, if you won $1 million or two, as a hobby, I'd buy my own bloody microbrewery and taproom micro pub thing, and I wouldn't need to earn anything off it, and just bloody do it. How many glasses per bottle? I'm not counting. But it's tasting nice. It's fruity. I ain't got a clue what the fucking fruit is, but it's fruity. Do you know, I've never tasted any of Harry's beers. Ramsbury Brewery. I'll have to put an order in one day and get some of his Ramsbury Brewery beers and review them in Nottingham. Yeah, it's Ruby. Fruit Ruby. Wraggys Brew Pub. I could do it, you know. If I wasn't working and I had the money and I didn't care about earning a profit, I could do a tap room micro pub sort of thing. Shareholder at Wraggy, haven't you? Hey. You've got a box of Harry's beers, free bottle opener, and this weird beer cover. Weird beer cover. I know he's been busy lately, hasn't he, Harry? I've not caught up on any of his lives. Although, you know, life's just busy as it is. Working 6 days every bloody week at the moment. Yeah, I need to review his beers. You know, just on a personal thing, you know, to review another beer reviewer's beers, you know, albeit a commercial beer man, rather than just a homebrew beer person. Yeah. So an hour and a half in, 10 to 9. Wife's still not back home. I've still not got me bloody Chinese. What's she playing at? Let me just check. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't even got a message yet to say that she's on the way back. Yeah, God knows where they are. Hello.
Yes, Rascal Disco beer review with me, Disco, coming at you from a few cans and bottles again.
There he is.
The Disco arms. Obviously not.
Let me check the subscribers out. It's funny, isn't it, watching other people's beer reviews. 6 street vendors on. Ooh, that does sound banging, that does. You know, I've had any of his stats. Oh. Salt have opened a bar in Sheffield. Let's hope that one of the breweries that are doing well actually comes in and buys Kellam Island. You know, nothing less than 13%. No, I don't. No, I'm working in the morning. I don't get too battered. Yeah. Has it ever stopped me before? No, has it, fuck? Grainforth S40. If I had the pennies, I'd go grain brewing. If I had the pennies, I'd do it. I'd document it so that, you know, everyone could see it. If the wife gets me the brew in a bag thing, Pico, whatever it's fucking called. There's a fly in here. No one will ever know. No, they won't. And I sober up ever so quick. But there you go. So, going down well. God, my daughter's taking my wife out somewhere. She'll be all pissed off. It's 5 to 9. What shops are open at 5 to 9 at night? Only supermarkets. So God knows where they are. I'm hoping so. Can't stand flies near me. So, still drinking this. I have got a spare glass of this, though, fair play. So, just in case I do break it. I've got this habit of breaking glasses. Yeah. Which means this year at Nottingham Craft Beer Festival, I need to make sure I take me coat that's got multiple pockets and just keep... I'm fucking starving as well. All I've had today is some fucking chili crisps. Yeah. Guinness crisps. Leffe Ruby Challenge. Not the size of these bloody bottles. Jesus Christ. Hey. Although I could session this, you know. Although, to be fair, I mean, I've had all I've had today is a Neon Raptor 4.2% beer. And I only did that because of Opzine's beer review. And then 2 bottles of Ruby. So, second bottle of Ruby. So, Ruby. Be an interesting beer festival tomorrow. Scott and Wanda over at Brew Aldi. it's interesting to see these channels, these YouTube channels, all jumping on, and it should be interesting tomorrow. I wonder if John from Lord's Brewing's over there as well. I would assume he is. He wasn't on the bar earlier, but Simon was there. I wonder if Paul's Beer Reviews is going to be there. I wonder if Crummy Beard's going to be in London. That'd be interesting. Because obviously Crummy, Paul and Lord's Brewing are very close. And I think there's somebody called Mark T. I think that's his name anyway. They all seem to be very, what's the word? Part of a friendship. Cummy's not gone. Oh, right. He's a lovely lad as well. Nottingham lad, obviously. So he gets credit for that. 2 Verdant Pales and the Crap Track. Benjamin, you ought to be a beer reviewer, mate. Yeah. Hey. Because you drink more craft beer than anybody I fucking know. And you drink all the big stuff, all the Cloudwaters and Tracks and Verdants. You ought to be a beer reviewer, mate. It's got to be done. Yeah. You've got to do it. If I can do it, anybody can do it. Although, no thanks. Too private a person. Not even on Facebook. Yeah. Social media. Only ever share what you want to share. Never, ever share your personal life too much. You've got to be careful as well because people can use it against you. And I've learned that lesson where, you know, you put too much on. I look at some of my Facebook posts from years and years ago when I had only family on. And Crafty, you can brewery sending free beer. I never get no fucking free beer. Miserable bastards. Thanks for joining in, Mark. See you later, matey. Pictures of his beers. Jesus Christ, I've posted loads on Instagram. Never get nothing. Not that I really care because I buy my own beers anyway. But you're right, Lee J. You've got to be very careful. Best thing to do is post lies, and then they can never get what you're doing. Grain brewing, I need to get into that. He's called Kevin. He's from Chesterfield. He lives down south. Mr. Bolton, what are you brewing next? Not going to brew for a few months. I'm trying not to brew anything that's wine or anything else stronger than wine for obvious reasons. I don't trust myself to have anything too strong. It's an anxiety thing. And it's my own way of saying to myself, you can't have a bottle of whiskey on the shelf because you'll drink it and you'll neck it. And so I don't. I do want to, for my wedding vows next year, I do want to do some of the Imperial Stout. So whether I do that, if the wife buys me that brew in a bag thing, that's going to be, I'll do an Imperial Stout on that. And then I can actually enter that into homebrew competitions if I really wanted to. Not that I really care. But I want to do another impy and do like a banoffee pie impy or a cherry impy. Stick to those 12% Imperial stuff. You've done a brew in a bag before, have you? Yeah. PG or something? Don't put 10 kilograms of sugar in it. I know, mate. I know. Yeah. Pissing down outside. Good thing, though. It saved me water in the garden. Yeah. PG tips. Oh, dear. 1 hour, 40 minutes. Jesus. Been a long one. Fucking hell. What's the wife doing at this time of night? My daughter's getting a bollocking. I have not had my Chinese. I'm starving. But there's a bit more to drink, so let's carry on drinking, eh? Oh, second bottle. Oh, might have to crack open some barley wine, as you do. So one of these years, third bottle. Nah, there's only so much I can take. One of these years, I'll get down to. I think where you need to push yourself. Craig Can Bear Reviews is comfortable in a camera, and he's comfortable at talking to. Good evening, Max. So Brew London's good for him because he's quite noticeable with that hat, the fedora hat. Although he calls himself a prat, and he's far from being a prat, but he's a good lad. And yeah, it's good for him and his channel to be down there. The price, though, wow, I couldn't do it. But maybe in time, I would do. I can understand Simon being down there. He's got a lot more subscribers than most beer review channels, and he's one. I mean, obviously, you've got the craft beer channel. I don't really understand that channel, to be honest. Don't seem to do much. They've got a lot of subscribers, but is that because of their name? Sometimes it's all about the name of the channel. Oh, we're the craft beer channel. And yeah. Oh, okay. But Simon, is real ale craft beer, and again, all about the names. But he's down there. He's making himself available, and that, and obviously Rasco and Disco are down there. At least one of them, and also tomorrow Scott and Wanda, and also Craig. So it's good to see these people down there. Beer reviewers. We need to be noticed more. We need. It's not just about bloody Instagram people who post photos of beers. Oh, I've drank this fucking beer. Yeah, good on you. But it's people who are on YouTube doing a lot of stuff and promoting good beers. I see people on Instagram with half of them are ladies, and there's a reason why they've got like 10,000 followers or whatever you call them, and yeah. No one would be following me if I got my boobies out. No. You better not had. Yeah. I'm starving, I am. I've had no fucking food all day. All I've had is a few crisps. Yeah. Guinness crisps. They were nice though, to be fair. Still got half the packet up the house. That's what I'll be on next. So, I think I'll finish when I get to the end of this and go up the house and see if the wife's there. She's probably there. She's probably thinking, why have you been down that fucking shed 2 hours? Yeah. Because at 9:06, if she's not there, I'll be saying to her, where the hell have you been? What shops are open at 9 o'clock at night? Not many is the question. Is the answer, rather. Yeah. To tell you what, say this is a 5% beer. Oof. I've had fuck all. Pardon my French, yes. Parlez-vous français? Je m'appelle Billy Rag. I think that's right. It's been a long year. Been a long time since I've been at school. I did get an O-level in French, funnily enough. Yeah. But it was 34 years ago. Avant santé. Ah. I ain't got a clue what that means. I did both French and German in secondary school. Why? God knows. I mean, now looking back, I should have gone for geography, history, yeah, and never did the French and German. But at the time, I thought they were boring, and nobody did religious education because it was shit. You know, no one cared. No one from the inner city of Nottingham cared a flying monkeys about religious education. Yeah, I think the highest score in the year was 66% in a test. And like I say, nobody cared. I mean, I remember my mum kept me off school for 6 weeks for whatever reason at the time. I went back and I was in set 1 in maths, and the teacher turned around to me and says, if you don't get a good result, you're getting dropped. Went in and got 100%. His face is like, boom, top of the year. And obviously I was pretty clever then, probably shit now, but you know, back in the day, yeah. I mean, nowadays, Jesus Christ, I can't remember one thing to another. I blame beer, I do. Terrible stuff. You don't want to drink it, it's awful, you know, but it gets you talking. And you know, in moderation, beer is the king, because in moderation, beer gets you talking online. You watch some grey-haired bloke from Nottingham and chatting shite, but you may watch and you may just forget about some of the stuff that's going on in the world, and it all means something. Benjamin, exactly the same, mate. You know, it's not about getting drunk. Obviously, in some ways, there's an inevitability. You know, you drink beers, especially a strong one, and sometimes it don't have to be a strong one to get you drunk. But drinking beers, it alleviates. It's like a medicine in some ways, and the government can say what they like about it, but same with cannabis and things like that, if something helps your health, then it's not a bad thing. If a drink of a beer, 2 or 3 beers, helps your mental health, helps you stay away from, you know, naughty thoughts, then it's a good thing. Right, nearly 2 hours in. Where's my bloody dinner? She's probably up the house, sitting on the settee thinking, the fuck are you doing down that shed? I don't think it's very unhealthy. You know, I suppose it depends, doesn't it, on what you read and that. The thing is that I've known people who drank all their lives. I've known people who drank all their lives, who've lived a very long life, and I've known people who have done everything. You know, they've never drank, they've never done drugs, smoked, and died at a young age. And yeah, definitely, mate. There's a dice, isn't there, that we all, a dice that no one knows, you know, the hand we're going to be dealt, albeit a dirty hand in my case. Yeah, you never quite know that sort of hand. But in any case, nearly 2 hours. Oh, good evening, Miss Max's missus. How are you? And yeah, I hope I haven't swore too much. I do apologise for swearing. It's naughty. You could, mate. This is the thing, you know. life. You know, you can do everything to the letter. If you believe the government these days, you know, and the cancer people, don't eat sausages, don't eat bacon. Fuck's sakes, you know, you're taking two of the best things out of a breakfast out of our hands. And there's so much that you're not supposed to do. Jesus Christ. And yet the government do what they like. They have parties during, you know, during COVID when they tell us all not to. Yes, so up yours. But in any case, thank you everyone for joining in tonight. One does apologise for the fruitiness. Yes, a raggy beer review is never anything but fruitiness. You know, these things. In fact, Lincoln Green used to put on when they actually linked to my beer reviews, they said, "We apologise for the fruity language," and it's like, what? It's not that fruity. Bacon sausage pale ale. Hey. But anyway, thank you all for joining in. Nearly 2 hours. Do apologise for anybody who's watched all the way along. Why would you watch me for 2 hours? But if you did, hey, great for watching. And we'll see you soon. I'm hoping my Chinese has arrived because I'm starving. And do I have a sneaky barley wine? Not yet. No. They've got the house half sober. And Leffe Ruby rather. Very nice. Thank you all for watching. See you soon. Cheers all. And that's if I can turn the camera off, obviously. You know, these things happen. I can still see my face now. Hey.